We're in the middle of a major technology shift with new types of cameras and new types of technologies that don't exist yet. So we need to speculate. And these are the cameras that I'm talking about, and I know this is very early, but I'm in the middle of a transition process because I'm getting rid of all of my conventional cameras. I've already sold 2, I still have this left, and this is only like 6 months old. And I'm not going to use this camera anymore simply because it's a bit too big and I can't really take this with me everywhere I go, and especially not on a bike. So I don't think I have any use for it. And there's no point in having a very nice camera if you're not going to use it. I will use it the last time tomorrow, I think. I'm going to a bike race. It's a national race, Swedish Enduro Cup. So I'm going there to film a little bit. But that's probably the last thing I will do with this camera before I'm selling it. It's not a bad camera, it's just not for me. So once I get rid of all of these conventional cameras, I was thinking I would either get this camera or that camera. And I was pretty sure that I would get either one of them. But then something happened. I read on the forum that the new iPhone 18 Pro would probably get something that is very interesting for me. And that's a variable aperture. And that's a physical variable aperture. And not that digital thing. You know, that cinematic mode. That can look a little bit fake. And I'm thinking together with the Apple Log 2 or 3, maybe that camera is as good as those cameras. So maybe there's no point in getting those cameras. And then we also had the GoPro, and I was a bit intrigued at first, but then I saw that the ILS version, that's the interchangeable lens system version, that doesn't have any electronic contacts. That means that there will be no autofocus, but that also means that the aperture for lenses with only electronic aperture control, they won't work with this camera. And I saw an interview with someone from GoPro that this camera is not intended for people like me and probably not for people like you. It's more for people in the film industry where they want to have a crash cam with a different lens than a super wide angle lens. So yeah, we can cross that out. Yeah, maybe I should mention the other 2 versions of this GoPro camera. It's a 1-inch sensor action camera basically, but it's bigger and heavier, and for me, that's not really what I want. I already have a DJI Action 4 camera, which I'm filming on right now, and that works perfectly fine. It's got a smaller sensor, but that's not all bad actually, because with the bigger sensor, you might have a focusing issue. With this smaller sensor, you have a focus distance around here, I think, and everything behind that is more or less in focus in theory. But the bigger sensor you have, the less in focus you are after that minimal focusing distance. So I think in general, you can't go too big with the sensors on action cameras, not without introducing autofocus or something else with it. So I'm happy with the DJI Action 4. It's 10-bit colors and it's got a log profile, a fake log profile, but anyway, I'm perfectly happy with it, and you as a viewer wouldn't notice the difference if I had a GoPro Mission 1 Pro or whatever it's called. I'm thinking the only reason I would get the Pocket 4 Pro and the Insta360 Luna Ultra, I think it will be called, is because of 2 things basically. First of all, it's a dedicated camera and you free up the phone. And then you have that superior stabilization, of course. You don't have to crop into the image as you have to do with an action camera or with a smartphone. But I am a little bit worried about those 2 cameras because I don't think you have enough background separation to compete with cameras like this, or maybe the new iPhone 18 Pro. We'll have to wait and see. So so I don't know, maybe with the 70mm lens or whatever the long lens is, and if you're close enough to a subject, you can achieve some of that background separation. And maybe that's added with some sort of digital processing to perhaps enhance that blurry background a little bit. Maybe that's good enough, I don't know. And maybe that's the same thing with the iPhone 18 Pro as well. We might get that variable aperture, but the question is it enough? And the question is also if there will be some sort of a digital enhancement to enhance that optical blur background, to make it stand out a little bit more. I don't know. So these are early days, of course. We haven't seen any footage really from the DJI Pocket 4 Pro. We have seen some from the Insta360 Luna Ultra, but we haven't seen the iPhone 18 Pro yet. So we have to wait and see. But I'm debating a little bit here, and I'm thinking I will get the iPhone 18 Pro. That's for sure. But the question for me is, will I have to get either of these cameras as well? Or is that good enough? So I'll just have to wait to see until September. And that's the launch date for the iPhone 18 Pro. Yeah, so maybe I'm just stuck with a phone, an action camera, and an action drone. And that's coming from someone who's had 5 or 6 different regular cameras. Is it enough with an iPhone nowadays? Or do I have to buy something else?